On top, go hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Chill. 30, I might go around in 2 seconds up, I love how my money count on move. With attitude, I got a attitude, and I dropped out of school. I'm going up, check my vertical. Man, I'm breaking every rule. TMZ harassing me, I got a camera crew. I'm addicted to shopping, so everything brand new.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Monday. Set, lady.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the ball.
On second down, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They go with Chubb on second down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Brown with his stick skills. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Corey Brown, 93 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches who say, okay, I'll let you go to about the 8, and you're right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
All right, boys, here we go.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Pernell McPhee in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
Apparently, they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Ryan to throw. Hurts over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And Parkey's kick is good. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Back to throw, Stafford. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys.
On third down, Ryan. Alluding to pressure right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo, and Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Third and goal, Gurley. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. A very solid gain of 27. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Stafford on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Alex Okafor. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. He'll set up the screen in the corner. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background. Right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So out now come the Lions. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Ryan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Play action. Ryan. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Get out!
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going deep for Brown. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
With it is Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He's going to fire one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. After the interception, here's Stafford. Going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Rashawn Jones. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Everyone's got four down.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike, check, 59.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Lions on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. A little, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Parkey with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
Caught here by Griffin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now Stafford. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 31 on third down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Now he steps away. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Alex Okafor in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing to Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Play action. Stafford. Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They come up in an offset eye. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And out now come the Seahawks. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 conversion in 8 tries, not good. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Stafford. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, let's go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Wide, 25 tonight. Let's go.
On the counter, Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Strong right.
to throw on third down. Ryan on the catch. It's Crowder. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded just inside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Rashawn Shedd. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. Go.
A give. This is Chubb. And a short gain here down to the 22. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Ryan wants to throw it. Drops it off to Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
2 tights. 4 down.
On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Detroit, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will get a home day.